Good afternoon, good afternoon. Happy Monday, happy Halloween. Today is the last Monday of October, and so I hope that you guys had a great October. I had a great October. I had a great Libra season. Now we're in Scorpio season. But I just had a just awesome Libra season, awesome birthday, awesome October. And to be honest with you, I celebrate it every week. Every week in October, I celebrate my birthday, and it was by far amazing. This past weekend, I got a chance to, what did I do? I did axe throwing. I got a chance to shoot some pool. I'm not good at it, but I tried it. What else did I do? Friday, went to a Halloween party. That's just like my thing. And, Sunday is church and football. And so that was really great. But overall, again, I'm just praying that November is just as great as October was. It was just great. As you can see, I'm not dressed up. I have a lot of throw blankets in my house. So anytime someone is too cold, I'm like, hey, go in this basket. There's so many throw blankets. But this color is hunter green. My favorite color is purple. Different shades of purple, my absolute favorite. I like more of a dark purple as my top favorite, but any shade of purple is my absolute favorite. However, green is becoming my second favorite color, and this is actually a hunter green. So in this room, this is my quiet room, my living room. I have the fireplace here. This is a time where if I want to read, I will sit in this room. This is my quiet room, and I created this space last year around the holidays, and it's a great feeling to be here in this space. And so typically I do Monday morning chats in the morning. However, I had court this morning, so I was unable to do so, but I thought that I can do an afternoon evening chat with you guys because it's been something on my mind that I really wanted to talk about, and this is something that I live by. And I think that it may help you guys. And so if October was not a good month for you, or Libra season, which is the best season, if it wasn't a good month for you or a good Libra season, then maybe I can give you some tips, right? Some tips. So what do I want to talk about? So on my story, I post some funny memes, but I also post positive things because I live by it. That's just who I am. I try to look at the brighter side in every day. And so I have a break between doing some work and doing a newsletter. So I said, why not do this chat? There was a meme that I posted, and I think his name is Karan or Karen. Begins with a K. Gaines. His last name is Gaines. He's a mental health therapist. I think his name's Karan or Keon Gaines. He's a mental health therapist. He was on Black Love. I love Black Love. And so it's a show that comes on the OWN channel where there's different married couples being interviewed about their relationship, about their marriage, how they were able to make it last. What are some of the downhill moments? What were some of the great moments, right? And so when social media comes about, we had this idea of what greatness looks like. But, most times when people see social media, they only see the good things. And so when they think about relationships or they think about jobs, they have this idea of what perfect looks like. But they have no idea about the work that it takes, right? But he posted something, and I think that Kira Gaines, yes, thank you so much. I knew it was a K. But he posted something that was so profound. And the post said, no single person, any type of person, any type of experience or an event can make you 100% fulfilled. That is a high expectation to put on people, and it's unfair to you. That's important, right? Because a lot of times I'll hear people say, well, this person didn't make me happy. This can be in all different types of relationships. And so they're like, hey, this person should understand, or hey, I only do this with this person. And it's always complaining what someone doesn't do. And hey, I don't feel like this person loves me, and the list continues. And so people like this idea about, especially when it comes to romantic relationships, about what is your love language, right? Because your love language, you're telling someone, hey, if you do these things, I feel loved. And there's 5 of them. There's words of affirmation, it's physical touch, it is acts of service, quality time, and what else? Oh, gifts. However, even though there's love languages for people to tell you how you're supposed to love them, those same things apply to yourself, like the self-love languages. And so it's easy to tell people like, hey, these are my love languages. This is how I want to be loved. And the one thing that I've learned is that when you place your happiness in one person or an event, you will never be satisfied. Because what if that person or that event is not, it doesn't pleasure you in however way you imagine it, right? And so I thought about, well, if I want to feel love, that comes with me first, right? So I have to love myself. That's by far, for me, in my opinion, I think that's important. So what are the self-love languages? The same that I just mentioned. So how do you practice love languages on yourself? I think that is by far so important. So I'll tell you mine. So I think I need to take the love language test again. I took it, I want to say, about a year and a half ago. But I've learned that, your love languages will change over the time because maybe you have a different way of how you want to be loved. And so my love languages are words of affirmation and quality time. Words of affirmation, the highest score that you can get is 12 points. I score a 12 out of 12. I don't need someone telling me, hey, I think you're beautiful. Hey, I think you look nice. Those things are nice, right? Compliments are nice. However, I like small gestures. Like, I love cards. So if someone gives me a card, I will save it until the end of time. One of my law school besties made me a card for my 25th birthday. That's 11 years ago. I still have that card. One of my friends got me a card when I was graduating from college. That was 2009. That was 13 years ago. I still have that card. And so I like words. I like kind words. I like positive words. So I write poems. And so when something is in a word format, I like that, right? I like that. One of my exes would write me poems all the time. Like, it was everything to me. That's what I like. I don't like negativity. So if someone's negative, I don't like that. But then I learned, okay, well, if that's how I want to be, and there's more things with words of affirmation, but if I want to feel love when someone else does that, like, hey, if you do this, this is how it makes me feel, I had to ask myself, well, what am I doing to make myself feel good? And so what I do as it relates to words of affirmation, that I journal write. I read affirmations because I have good days, I have okay days, and I have bad days. I'm human, right? I'm human. I can be overwhelmed. I'm participating in a writing retreat. Well, not a writing retreat, but I have to present next month. And so I have to really get to work with my article. And sometimes I get overwhelmed. I'm like, is this good enough? Right? I'm human. But I still have to cheer myself on, even if I don't get it from anybody. Like, hey, you got this. Like, I need that. And that's what I do for myself. The second thing is quality time, right? So people that I care about, I like to spend time with them. Whether we are going to the mall, Lord knows I love the mall. Going out to dinner, whether it's working out together, whether it is walking in a park. I love walking in the park when the weather is nice. Those things, or just having ladies' night. That's everything to me, right? That's just everything. But how I practice that love language on myself is that sometimes I just enjoy my own space. So quality time for me, I love to cook. That's just very therapeutic to me. Some people don't like to cook, but I love it. And I like the fact that I have a job that's very flexible, that allows me to make dinner. At one point in my career, Yes, I made dinner here and there, but not so much because I really didn't have time. But now I had the opportunity to do so. And so it's amazing and it's great, right? And so in my house, I have a Bluetooth speaker in my dining room, which is near my kitchen. And so when I'm cooking and I'm in the zone, guess what? I have my music on. All right. And so even though those two are my top two love languages, I feel like every other love tank should be filled. And so this is just for me, how I practice self-love and how I practice the love languages on myself. So I talked about words of affirmation. I talked about quality time. Also like physical touch. I may not like just hug myself, but I may, right now, this is a throw blanket. I'll use this, sit by my fireplace, and just, that is my physical touch. Just being in my own thoughts, being comfortable in my own skin. That's what I do. Acts of service. So this is one thing about me. I am like Molly the maid. I love to clean. And let's say that I had like a crazy week where I was unable to like fold my clothes after washing like so many loads of clothes, and my clothes are like in the hamper. I need to put them together. Like I will freak out. Like my home office has 4 bags, 2 bags of shoes that I need to donate. It's probably like over 20 shoes I need to donate, and 2 bags of clothes. And I freak out going there like, oh my God, I need to get these clothes out. Oh my God, I need to take this to a rehab center. Because that's where I like to donate my clothes, to a rehab center. And so for me, acts of service, how I practice is self-love. If I don't have time to like clean, I will hire somebody. That is amazing. Also, I am not this independent woman, don't need help. No, the one thing that I love about my neighborhood is that if my neighbors see me with groceries, they will help me. I'm like, yes, help me. When I get so many things ordered to my house. So when I get things ordered to my house and you have to put it together, I get help. Okay. I get help. Yeah. Can I do it? Yes, much so. But yeah, I'd rather have somebody to help me. So that's important to me. So my neighbors are bomb and they are amazing, and they don't try any funny business with me because they know my father. So I don't have any problem with that. Also gifts. How do I practice that love language on myself? Hey, sometime I may say, hey, I deserve some clothes. And actually I do. I've lost like 20 pounds and I can't fit majority of my clothes, and I do need more clothes. So it feels good to go out and treat myself. And me as a woman, I like to look nice for myself. I feel good in it. If I want to buy new makeup, I'll buy new makeup. I had this lipstick that I purchased not too long ago, and I love it. And it's red and it's from MAC and it's beautiful. Like I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And so when you think about all the love languages, and let's say that maybe you have friends, because kids, what people don't know, kids have love languages too. I read about that. Kids have love languages. So how you may love your child, that may not be the way they receive love. How you love your friend, that may not be the way that they receive love. How you love a partner, that may not be the way that they need to be loved or feel love. And so if you're thinking about other people's love language, you have to say, well, what do they need to feel love? But you also have to ask yourself that question, what do I need to feel love? Because I find that with some people, they wait until someone does X, Y, and Z to feel love. And I just feel like that's backwards. I think that for me, I'm not a therapist. I am not in the mental health field. I am an advocate for mental health. But what I truly believe is that you should practice your love languages on yourself first, right? So if your love language is words of affirmation, tell yourself that you're amazing. Tell yourself that you're great. Tell yourself that you're handsome or you're beautiful, whatever. Make sure you tell yourself that. Give yourself compliments. I know sometimes my hair is growing out, so I may grow it out. I don't know. I don't know yet. But sometimes after I get my hair done and I look in the mirror, I'm like, damn, this looks bomb as fuck. Like, this is look nice. I'm like, oh. Then, like, I'll have, the mirror in the back, like, oh, this is a nice shape up. This is really nice. And my shape up looks better than most of my male friends. Like, it's amazing. My love language is silence. Okay. Well, to each his own. So you have to figure out what's your love language, how you want to be loved, and are you practicing those things on yourself, right? Because if you expect people to do that all the time, sometimes they may fall short. People are human. You have to give grace. But those things are important. They're very important. Sometimes, as far as quality time, sometimes I just like to be by myself. Like, I have my me days, right? No friends, nobody over, just me, my throw blanket, and I love Netflix. Like, most of my Netflix and chills, it's me. It's just me and wine. Because I have a wine membership, so my wine rack, it's always stocked. And I actually had to pick up like 4 bottles for my membership because I was slacking the last few weeks. But yeah, I think that's important. Like, can you spend time by yourself? Here's another thing that I do for quality time. And so for me having that quality time, if I am at home and watching Netflix with my throw blanket because it's so warm, and I have my wine. Also, sometimes I treat myself out to dinner. Like, hey, I worked really hard. I'm going to treat myself out to dinner. And sometimes I may not invite some friends. It just may be me. And my friend's like, you went to a restaurant by yourself? Yeah. Most times when I do go to a restaurant by myself, I'll have my journal. And I will write in my journal my goals. Like, hey, these are the goals that I would like to accomplish for this month. These are the goals I would like to accomplish like the remainder of this year. Or, hey, these are the things I set out to do this week, right? And try to be realistic. Like, hey, can I get these things accomplished this week? These are the things I need to really do. That's me. That's what I like to do. I went to the movies by myself. I went to a party by myself, but I met people there. Yeah, I've done a lot of things by myself. I enjoy my own company. And so for me, just speaking from a personal experience, I've learned to be comfortable with myself. And so that way I'm not begging anybody for their attention. Like, I enjoy my own company. I feel like I'm a whole vibe by myself. So I think those things are important. And the last thing that I would like to say, I've been seeing this all the time on social media. And for me, I take some things with social media with a grain of salt, because everyone has their own opinion. But there is this phrase about, this whole strong, independent woman, right? And I want to give you my take on it. I absolutely hate that. It's not a compliment at all. Like, I will get, this is around the time, that saying that, it's getting cold. People are trying to have a cuddle buddy. And, if you have people in your inbox, you just never know what happens in the DM. You know how they say it goes down in the DM. And so some of the direct messages that I will get, I know how to ignore it because I do have boundaries too. And just for myself, just having self-respect for myself. But I would get messages like, hey, and these are people that I don't even know, right? I don't know how they found my page. Cuddle. I mean, I'm not Cuddy Buddy. I'm not referring to that, but cuddle. Like, they want someone to cuddle with. And I'm just not it. But what I found is that with some of these messages, I will get, hey, and I don't know these people. Hey, you look like a strong, independent woman. You're very beautiful. I'm like, okay, you got that right. Yes, I believe that I'm beautiful. I've been told that. My dad told me that since the beginning of time. So I'm aware of that. However, this strong, independent woman, I don't understand it. I don't know what it means. I don't know the context that is used for. But for me, it's not a compliment. Because when I hear someone say, hey, you're a strong, independent woman, I don't know what's considered strong if you don't know me, right? I don't know what's considered independent if you don't know me. Yes, I'm grown. Yes, I have a house. I pay bills. I'm doing things that an adult is supposed to do, right? Just the basics. Paying my bills. I have a job, right? Like, those are the things that I think all adults should have, unless you have a business, unless you decide not to work and somehow you're getting paid. It's none of my business. But I'm just doing things that an adult should do. And so independent, no, I always need help. I'm not afraid to ask for help. There's some things that I may not need help on. Like, I can figure out what I want to wear. Well, I'm indecisive with that, but I'll get it together and make sure that I have something nice to wear when I leave out the door. So I'm indecisive with my clothes, but I can figure out what I'm going to eventually wear. But as far as things around my home or even in the workplace, if someone offers help and I know that I need it, I'm going to take the help. And so when people say that, it's like a slap in my face. So I'm like, you don't even know me. Like, you don't even know me for you to make that comment. You don't even know me to say that I'm independent. You don't know me. Strong, I just don't get that. Am I strong? Yes, but you have to know my story to know that. And so by looking at tax videos or seeing these inspirational videos, that's not enough. You have to know me to figure out strength. My strength comes from my journey and what I had to encounter throughout my entire life. That's what makes me strong. All right. One example about my strength is about my resilience, about taking a bar exam. So today, October 31st, 2014, I found out that I passed the bar after taking it for 4 times. And so for me, that shows me that I would never give up. On things that I love, I'll never give up. I was committed to my dream and I stuck to it. Yes, that displays strength. But when people don't know that story or know other things about my life, because there's other aspects of my life that does demonstrate strength, how can you call me strong? And so I would just say that if you are a man, because I get this from men, when you say strong, independent woman, what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what the hell that means. I hate that. It's not a compliment. It's not. For me, it's like a slap in the face. So when people say that or call me boss lady, I'm like, just call me Sakina. I am just Sakina. That's it. Nothing else. It's not a compliment. It's not a compliment. So please, if you're listening to this, please do not call me a strong, independent black woman, because with all due respect, I will block you respectfully. So please don't call me that. And please make sure that before you even think about that coming out of your mouth, just ask yourself, what's the purpose of saying it? What makes you think this person is strong? Is independent? Like, what makes you say these things, right? Those adjectives that you're using to describe this woman, why? Just curious. So that's just something that I thought about. So one, there's love languages out there about how other people want to be loved, and you're able to demonstrate that, right, through the 5 love languages. But also practice those love languages on yourself. Even though my top 2 are words of affirmation and quality time, I practice the 5 love languages on myself on a consistent basis. Now, the gifts, I may need to slow down sometime, but I definitely need to go shopping because I can't fit majority of my clothes. And then the second part of this is about this whole idea about what's considered like this strong black woman. Like, let's change that. Let's stop using that term. I don't think it's a compliment at all. Before you say that, I'm a soft woman. I'm not like this strong and got this strong exterior. No, I'm very soft. If you don't get the chance to see that, maybe that's not for you to see. And so you have to know that. Like, when some people know me, they're like, oh, I didn't know that you were like a really cool person. And I'm like, yeah, you got to get a chance to know me. But I'm a very soft person, very soft person. I'm not this super strong person. I ask for help a lot. I have this box in my living room. It's a vanity set. Guess what? I am not putting that together. I'm going to call for help because I need it. I need it. So that's all that I have. It is Monday, so shout out to all the amazing men out there. You are amazing. You are great. I think sometimes you don't get the compliments that you deserve or the reassurance that you need. I think everyone needs some type of reassurance. So just know that you're awesome. You're doing a great job. And I just hope and pray. It's still not, no, it's not. And I got this vanity set. It came, I want to say a few days ago, but it's going to come together because my home office will be bomb. But I just hope and pray that, no, I don't have a robe on. This is a throw blanket, and I had my business clothes on, so I just put on something more comfortable so I can do some work and then cook dinner. You guys are hilarious. But that's all that I had. But again, to the men, you do need reinsurance. And I just hope that you get it on a consistent basis. And I hope that you know that it's okay to show your emotions. It's okay. These comments. It's okay when your feelings are hurt. And I hope that people around you are able to create a safe space for you. And I hope that you're able to create a safe space for yourself where you're able to just cry and let it out. I have a prayer room. And so if I need to just let it out, I have my prayer room where I write my prayers down. And if I need to cry, I do that. I give myself the space. I give myself to feel. I give myself that. So I give myself the ability to feel, because if something hurts, it hurts. And so I hope that you're able to feel that. I know that even though you may be taught to be masculine and boys don't cry, but it's okay to cry. And I hope that you practice the love languages on yourself and know that you deserve to be loved. But I just hope that you learn to love yourself first, because you are worthy of love. And just never forget that. That's all I had. But for you guys that joined for the first time, thank you so much on Instagram. This video will be posted. And I will post this also on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. You can find me at Sakina Tillman Esquire. And I want to get this word out. I want to do more of these videos. And you never know where this would take me. So thank you so much for your participation. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to join this live chat. So I greatly appreciate it. And have a great Monday. Have a great week. And just never forget that you're amazing. Take care, guys.